Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to thank you for Ma'am Agnira to giving me this assignment of to fulfill the midterm test of public speaking. And I want to introduce myself first. I'm Zakiatul Maula Arumsari. I'm from class skill 3 and my student number is 70. I'm going to answer a question about why the public speaking is important. In own opinion, public speaking is one of the most important skills that will ever develop in our life, and public speaking is skill worth to learning. It could be a deciding factor of many things such as our college, our career development, and our business growth, and ever the relationship we have with our family and our friends. By doing the public speaking, we are increasing our skill at communicating with others, and also we can increase and improve our knowledge. Then, by becoming a confident uh, public speakers, uh, we instantly put ourselves above many others people. We refuse to stand up and speak. Then I'm going to answer question for number two. Actually, there is many steps to preparing our speech, but now I will explain about three stages to preparing our speech. The first one, the step one, is research and preparation. Main point to research and preparation is selecting an appropriate topic requires knowledge of who is in the audience and what their interests are, because the important one is our topic must be of interest to the audience. Then the step two is writing our speech. Actually, we need to write our outline that provides the frameworks upon which to arrange main point in support of our thesis and subordinate point in support our main points. Then the step 3 is practicing delivering the speech. Actually, we should know our speech well enough to speak naturally during our presentation or speech. So we need to prepare and practice our speech as often as possible, but it has been suggested to practicing at least 6 times before we start our presentation or our speech. Then for number 3, I'm going to speak up the script about the text provided. Let's start it. My stomach hurts and I've been headache every day. The boys are spreading rumor and telling secret, and it just doesn't feel right to me. Is there something wrong with me? Or am I really what they say I am? Could I be a victim of bullying? As you may have noticed, my speech is about bullying, so let's get started. A very good afternoon to my respected lecturer and charming beautiful friends. Before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Zakiatul Arumsari from class skill 3. Okay, so have you ever bullied? Has it happened to your peers, or have you just seen or heard about it on television? No matter, many people have different opinion on what bullying is. All of them are correct, as they are different ways you can be bullied. However, the real definition followed by is anything that a person does on purpose to upset or hurt another person. To be honest, bullying is just like a disease because you don't make it happen and it does not just go away overnight. Bullying ever makes you feel like you are sick or something is wrong with you. However, this isn't true at all. It is not your fault if you get bullied. Um, did you know that 900,000 students get bullied every day in Canada out of 5.2 million students? That means that 1 out of 5 students get bullied every day. And people say that Canadians are too nice to be bullies. Many people are unaware of the bullying that happens around them. That just show how did it is. Bullying is just a stage, a normal part of life. However, the fact is bullying is not a normal or social acceptable behavior. Mm, we give bullies power by our acceptance of this behavior. Statistics show that there are 6 different types of bullying: physical, verbal, indirect, social, alienation, intimidation, and last but not least is cyberbullying. Verbal bullying is the most common because it is not as easily noticed as physical as. Talk about how terrible this is. Think if you were the target of the person get bullied. Bullies bully because it make them feel better than anyone else. Also, they do it because they have been bullied at some point in my life and feel like they need revenge. Some people that have been bullied at their life decide to live their own life because they don't appreciate it and commit suicide. Suicide. That just so out of hand this can get. Bullying is that serious. You may think now, how can stop bullying when you can barely see it happening? I mean, how are you supposed to put an end to it when it goes on? The best way for you to make a start is to talk to your friends and have a discussion in your class and make a set of rules to put an end it. Their present to the idea to your whole school. The next step is to create an anti-bullying team so you can end bullying at your school. Bullying is so bad that it can end up dying and killing others, which shows exactly how serious and bad this is. Remember everything I have told you today and you will not be a bully or not be afraid to stand up for yourself. Just be strong, keep your head up high and do your best to stop bullying once and for all. Remember, blowing out someone's candle doesn't make your shines any brighter. Thank you. Then for number 4, I'm going to present my speech script about promiscuity. Then let's get started and enjoy. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable, the lecturer of public speaking at Universitas Tidar and all friend of English education. Good afternoon. First of all, let's thank to Allah who has been giving us some mercies and blessing. May salawat and salam be with our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has guided us from the darkness to lightness, as well as in the next word. Now, in this occasion, I'm going to talk about the dangers of promiscuity for teenagers, where we know that today's teenager interactions are very free and unhealthy, so that is cause many teenagers to fall into promiscuity and makes them seem like they're losing their life. Therefore, in this speech, I will also discuss how to overcome and avoid promiscuity. According to the World Health Organization, the age limit for teenager is 12 until 24 years, where the development of teenager has complex needs. An interaction and association of teenager begin to be quite extensive. Therefore, in adapting to the environment, teenagers should pay attention to and recognize the norms and rules in social interaction. Especially, association with the opposite sex is important to note. Many associations between men and women cause teenagers to easily fall into promiscuity that deviates and violates exciting rules in society. Unrestricted teenager socialization has a negative impact on their mental and health. Not only association between men and women, there are many more cases of promiscuity among teenagers. It also includes delinquency in school, brawls, consuming drugs, and getting drunk. Then, promiscuity is synonymous with teenagers who are in the search for identity. Teenager rejection is something because teenager is very vulnerable to be affected negatively because of their curious about something big. Then in Islam, promiscuity is strictly prohibited because it has a big impact on oneself, family, other people, and the environment. In Surat Al-Isra, verse 32, about promiscuity, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wala taqrabu zina innahu kana fahishatan fasa'a sabila. Dan janganlah kamu mendekati zina karena itu sungguh sesuatu keji, perbuatan keji dan jalan yang buruk. The impact of teenager promiscuity including 1. Teenagers become addicted to drugs. With promiscuity, teenagers try to find happiness on their own way. They take drugs to avoid feeling sad. The second one is casual sex behavior. That now many cases of teenager pregnancies outside of marriage occur because of free sex behavior among teenagers. This can lead to cases of abortion because of pregnancy outside of marriage. Then the third one is high crime rates. Crime that occur most of the perpetrators are teenagers. Usually, the emotions are not stable, so that it makes teenagers easily to be provoked by negative things and commits the crimes. Then I think that's all enough for my speech. I hope that after understanding the dangers of promiscuity, we can all become better individuals and be careful in our interaction. Many parties are needed so that teenagers do not fall into destructive promiscuity. Parents and good environment are the main points, the main factors so that teenagers don't get along wrong. Get closer to God is the one way to avoid unhealthy association. And as teenagers should put themselves in the best possible. Keep yourself from promiscuity so as not to have a bad impact on the future. Last but not least, good behavior and association has a good effect on oneself and others. Thank you for your attention. Sorry for any words unpleasing you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.